Greetings and salutations, and welcome to There's Only Now, where I'm not here to teach you, I'm only here to remind you. I just like to say to everyone that's watching or has been watching, thank you so much for helping this channel grow, helping share this message, and helping forming something that is going to be very revolutionary in so many people's lives. Thank you so much for sharing. Please keep sharing, and let's continue to grow this channel and make new friends and experience life for what it already has to offer, which, by the way, is greater than anything you're probably thinking you really want. So today, I thought we'd go over a little bit more about releasing, how to set your week off in the right direction. Because it is Monday evening, by the way, if you're watching this and you're live with us. I hope you had a great Monday, and I know you're ready for the rest of your week. But if maybe by chance you might have started your week off in a way where you feel the energy's not going right, or anything in that nature, I'm here today to remind you that you can change all of that. And what I really would like to share is some of the profound things that I experienced over the weekend for myself, some of the revelations that I came to myself while experiencing life and its happenings. And this weekend took me down a very deep rabbit hole of the Sedona method, how powerful it can truly be, and how simple it really is, and how complicated we really do make things. And it was just a really wonderful experience for me, because by the end of it, and by the time I finished going through my processes of releasing, I was laughing and I was giggling and I was feeling just amazing. And it was such a wonderful feeling. And I said, you know what, that's what I'm going to share this week. I'm going to share how easy it is to let these things go. And I have discovered through my own process, but also through deep research and study, I've discovered that a lot of the issue is our own thinking. How we think about things, how we look at them, right? And it makes us overlook many things. And it's not your fault in the sense of something you have to blame yourself for. It's just something to be reminded of so you can step easily back into that flow. And, I just, through some conversations that I've been having and some people that I've spoken to and some things that I've witnessed for myself, I've come to a greater understanding of what we actually do to ourselves with the stories that we tell, right? And how we choose anger and frustration and apathy and grief. How we choose these things in our lives with the conversations that we have with ourselves and what we accept, and the limitations that we put on ourselves by what we believe of ourselves. But it all started with a conversation had with self. And it's been a very transformative experience for me. I'm just bubbling up on the inside because of it. Because it's really not about. Here's the thing: we have my little puppy. Excuse me. We're on live, but this is my little one, Lily Fan Bean. Say hello to the people, Lily. I guess she needed just a little bit of attention. But as I was saying, when we put a lot of story, or we get these stories in our head expressing things to us, we listen, we respond to it, and then it creates a chain reaction, and we contribute it to the things that we see happening. And that's not actually the case, right? And so much of it has to do with our own internal conversation. And so many changes can be made from that place that it's almost like cheating in a way. And I am going to share some of that on this live. We're going to go through some of that, and we're going to let some things go and have a process that you can use and take with you, and watch this video later and share it with others, and you can use it to get you in that place. Because so much of what's happening in our world is a story we choose to hold on. And I'm going to tell you a little secret: the smarter you are, the more depressed you'll be. See, we intellectualize our situations. And the greater you are at intellectualizing something, well, it's the greater you can suffer, because you can reason it. But it works both ways. So that's something also that I'd like to share today, this evening, about how it works both ways, how we can do multiple things, this very simple process, and we can just let it all go, because we done tricked ourselves into a whole lot of things. You know, we're getting angry at people. You're looking for love from people that don't love themselves, that can't give you the love you're looking for. Right? And that's where the conflict comes in. Right? All of these needs and desires, you have forgotten this very key thing. You want the relationship or the money or the success, all these things that you say you want. Why do you want them? What will they ultimately bring you? Happiness. But here's the thing: happiness is an emotion. It's a state of being. Not one of those things you desire, not even another person, can actually give you happiness. Because it's a state, it's a feeling, it's something that it comes from within. So you've made an internal contract with yourself saying, I don't think I'm worthy, so therefore I'm going to require these things in particular to so now say that if I have these things, I will now allow these feelings that are already there to be expressed. Abundance, bliss, happiness, joy, love, these aren't things, they're a state. And a state is something that is subjective, meaning it's mental, it's internal, it's within, it's just all around, because you only experience the world from within yourself. You are already wholeness and boundlessness. Here, ask yourself this, just propose these questions to yourself. When you ask and self-reflect and ask questions, you get answers. And I learned that's a part of neuro-linguistic programming. Yeah, that sounds all advanced and technical, but the actuality of it is very simple. Language can program you neurologically. It's that simple. You say certain things, attached with that feeling, it creates what you call, or we call, a state. Happiness, joy, fear, these things, and that comes, if you're looking from a material place of view, from the neurological system. But what I'm trying to show is that it's simple. You don't need all of that or none of that. When you ponder these simple questions to yourself, just check and see where inside, the you that you think you are ends and boundlessness and freedom begins. I think you'll find that there is no line. There is no place where that begins. It's always there. We do not see it that way due to externalization, due to trying to rationalize and reason things with the conscious mind. But today we're going to work on some of those things to really change how that's affecting you. Now, the reason I love the Sedona for this is because the simplicity of it. Because you already know what's going on. You have everything you need in you. And it shows that we hold on to certain things. And we have a scale within the Sedona method. A scale of action. And I'm going to share some of these with you. Apathy is desire is dead because it's no use. We can't do anything and no one else can help you. We withdraw and play weak so we won't get hurt. Yes, see, that's apathy. That's what we do with apathy. That you could just let that go. Grief. That's the desire for someone to help us because we can't do anything. But we think maybe someone else can. And we cry for that, someone else to do it. See, when you're grieving, and I know what this is like. This is the scale of action within the Sedona method. Listen to this. Understand this. This is important. When I was in grief, all I wanted was someone to see that I was hurting. I just wanted someone to reach out and do what I felt like I would do and was doing for others. I just wanted someone to care. But that wanting someone to care, I'm going to tell you, I never saw anybody really care. It wasn't until I let that go and found that care within myself that I was able to see and express more caring relationships and getting more cooperation and care from others without needing it from them. So we got apathy, greed, and now we have fear, the desire to strike out, but doing it because we think they will hit us harder. See, I'm going to repeat that. The desire to strike out, but not doing it because we think they will hit us harder. Fear. And fear is also false evidence appearing real. See, when you have fear, if you ever was scared of somebody, a part of you didn't want to fight back. Why? Because you felt like if I hit them, they're just going to beat me up. I'm just going to lose. You didn't know that. You made that true in many instances because it was the assumption you began with. But a lot of us live with that fear in our lives, and it shows itself through our interactions. It shows itself through our situations and different things that occur that keep us in a state of going, this is why I don't think I should go do that. I must be cooking right now because my little puppies are enjoying themselves fully. And I don't like not letting them have fun. So I'm going to let them enjoy themselves. We're going to keep going. Okay, guys, go play over there. Go on now. All right, moving on. We got lust. The desire for possession, wanting. That's lusting. See, when we think of lust, a lot of times people think of only sexuality. It has to do with that. But what does that really mean? We get something. Here's an example of lusting. You get a piece of chocolate. You eat one piece of chocolate, but you can't have enough, so you eat one more, and the next thing you know, you have to eat the whole box, and then you tell yourself how bad that is, how horrible you feel for doing that. You see, that's lust. And that happens in sexual relationships, that happens in personal business relationships, the desire for money, the desire to be seen. This is all under lust. Now, anger is the desire to strike out, to hurt and stop the other one. But with hesitation, we might or might not strike out. You see, this is anger. I can't stand them. We see this a lot. A lot of relationships at work, a lot of relationships in families, or just general friendships reach a certain boiling point due to anger, due to people responding a certain way. So I had a question come in from Highest Vibe. And how can we use the scale in real time when we get triggered to work or in a relationship? Well, here's the thing. The scale is to understand, right? In real time, it would be to identify what you're experiencing. Where is this coming from? These comes from our wants and wanting approval, wanting control, wanting security, wanting separation, or wanting oneness. These are the 5 that we all experience that jam us up. Right? And in many instances, when it comes to relationships, we either want control or we want to be controlled. So I hope that answered your question. But most importantly, we're going to supply vibes. We're going to supply a technique that actually will assist with all of these things. Because I feel like once you get a taste of this and you repeat this to yourself and you do this and you go to Sedona.com and look more into the Sedona method, and also go into a Linktree or even set up a one-on-one with me, then magical breakthroughs, right? So that's anger. Now moving up the scale, and then everything, this is all the stuff beneath where we want to be in the scale of action, which is courageousness, acceptance, and peace. That's where we want to be. But these are the things that are underneath that, right? And the next is pride, right? And a lot of people, and this is so funny, especially here in America, I can't speak for the rest of the world or how they move on their on a cultural level when it comes to that, right? But I know here in America, we've been taught to be very prideful, right? Now, some people will say that pride could be a bad thing, and other people will tell you that pride would be a good thing. But here's the thing. You don't want pride. You want courageousness. You see, pride and the scale of action within the Sedona method, and this is all beautiful and well thought out. The wish to maintain the status quo, unwilling to change or move. Therefore, the wish to stop others from movement as they might pass us up. See, pride leads, this is why they say pride leads to the fall. Pride has us look at others and compare ourselves to them and where they are on our journey versus where we are on our journey, and if it's fair or unfair. Pride, just check and see when has pride really served you in your life. See, all of this I'm going to ask you questions about for you. When has that really served you in your life? Let me ask you, when is grief and apathy been a driving force in your life that brought you to greatness or to happiness or to fulfillment or being full? When has it brought you anything other than what it literally says? grief, what the word is literally defined as. So these are obviously things we need to let go. We just never sit around to really ponder the right things to ourselves, right? If you sit around and you're pondering what other people are doing on social media, if you're sitting around and your downtime revolves around trying to escape the fact you don't like what's going on, you're not really escaping the fact of what's really going on. You're attempting to avoid it, which means as soon as you stop avoiding it, it's right there. So this is very key. So you don't want pride. Now here's on the higher scale. Courageousness, the willingness to move out without fear or hesitation, to do, to correct, to change wherever needed, the willingness to let go, to move on. See, that's courageous. You don't want to be prideful in a situation. You want to be courageous in a situation. You want to change where change is needed. And you want to move when it is time to move. That is an ebb and flow. Now, moving up the scale from courageousness is acceptance. These are the places you're going to get to as you let go. As you let go of all these things you're telling yourself are important, and all these feelings and emotions that you're holding on to that's jamming you up on the inside. These are the higher scales of actions, the scales you're going to reach. These will be your natural movement and how you feel and think about things. Acceptance. No need to change anything. No judgments of good or bad. It's just okay. And it is okay. It is beautiful as it is. I have and enjoy everything as it is. This is acceptance. This is acceptance. Now, at the highest level, on the top, we have peace. Now listen, because I think that we're only here to remember this will resonate. Because once you remember where you are trying to get to, you're going to realize you're already there. There's nowhere to even get to. Peace. I am whole, complete, total unto myself. Everyone and everything is part of myself. It is all perfect. This is the highest state. This is the state. When you operate from this state, then you are imperturbable. Acceptance, hey Holly, okay. Acceptance is one of the things I can see that came up for me today. That's awesome. That is awesome. So that's the scale of action when it comes to the Sedona method. So how about we experience a little bit of this and then see where you are. So just on a scale of 1 to 10. And here's the beautiful thing. If you're washing dishes, if you're sitting down, you don't have to close your eyes. You know, you don't need to do any of that. This is an internal work, and it's very powerful. And it doesn't require anything but your attention and willingness to participate and answer from an honest place. So I was thinking about adding some nice music. But then I thought, let's just get started on it. And if the music comes in, it comes in. So with the Sedona method, it's very simple. It's just a matter of welcoming. And welcoming only means, can you allow something? And usually when things come up that bother us, we want to push it away. We want to, do something about or we want to respond to it. We want to act on it, or impulsively, emotionally engage with it. But very seldomly do we ever just allow it. Just let it be there. That's welcoming. And what we want to do is just welcome and just allow. And you see, it's very natural for you to do so. And this is all we really need. And when I say we, I mean me. All we really need, and all I really need from you, is to have a willingness to participate and to answer honestly, and then to notice and to check and see how you feel. I think you'll find it's very transformative. So, in this moment, just be what you are. And be what you are. And I know, be what you are, what does that mean? Just be. And when you just relax and you just sit there and just notice, you begin to focus, and you also begin to allow. And it's a great way to put you in a nice, relaxed state. So in this moment, can you just be what you are? And be what you are. And just be what you are. And check and see where in your life you may feel like there's some resistance or things aren't going your way. It might be money, finances, relationships. Whatever that story is, why you can't have what you want. Could you just allow that? Could you just let that in right now? Could you welcome it? Let it be here. And could you let it go? And could you let it go some more? And could you let it go some more? And even more. Just let it go even more and some more. Could you just let it go? More. Would you let it go? When? And just go back to that story and notice any sensations that may arise. Usually when we have a story about our lives and how hard and difficult it is, or how we're not being done fairly, it comes with feelings and sensations. When we don't have a lot of money, a lot of times our stomach may feel queasy, tightness in your chest, or throbbing in your head, or that relationship that's not working. Whatever sensations and feelings may come up right now, could you just welcome it, let it be here as best you can. And just notice if there's any wanting to change it, which of course there is. Can you just welcome that wanting to change it? Can you let that be here? And check and see if it feels personal, like it's about you, which of course it is. And could you welcome that? As best you can, as much as you can, or as little as you can. Could you just welcome it? And in this moment, could you let it go? Would you let it go? When? And could you open yourself up to the possibility that everything is working out just the way it is? Could you open yourself up to that courageousness, that joy, that peace that's always there, that awareness, always there, that abundance? It's always there right beneath the surface. And you don't have to visualize it. You don't need to use your imagination for this. Abundance is all around you, happening right now, in every moment, in every action. There is this. If you open yourself up to it and just allow, it will reveal itself to you. So could you open yourself up to that abundance, that awareness that's right beneath the surface, that peace? And check and see if it feels a little lighter than when we first started. And I'm sure it does. But let's go a little bit deeper into it. Go back to that story, that feeling, or whatever else may come up. Maybe it's body ache, maybe you're in pain, maybe you're suffering from something that has happened to you physically. Could you welcome that? Could you just let it be here? And notice the wanting to change it, the wanting it to stop, to go away, to pull it closer, to push it away further. And just welcome that. Could you just welcome it? Let it be here as best you can. And could you let it go? You've been holding on to these things this whole time. Hasn't changed anything. Could it hurt to let it go? So could you just let it go? Would you let it go? When? And could you open yourself up to that boundless freedom that's always around you? Could you just let it be here? Could you welcome it? Could you allow it? Now go back to that story again, or whatever story may come up at this time, and whatever sensations and feelings and emotions that are there, could you just welcome them? Could you let it be here as best you can? And check and see if there's any wanting to change it. And if so, could you welcome it? Could you let it be here as best you can? Now check and see if it feels personal, like it's about you. And welcome that. Let it be here. And in this moment, just for now, could you let it go? And let it go even more. And let it go even more. And let go even more. And let go even more. And more. Will you let go? When? And could you allow and welcome that awareness, that boundlessness and freedom, that life already is? And we'll do it one more time. Go back to that story. Go back to that feeling. Go, or whatever comes up now. It may be gone. For some people, you may have already dissolved it. But if there's a little bit left, can you welcome it? Can you let it be here as best you can? And can you check and see if there's any wanting to change it? To make it different? To push it away, pull it close? Can you just welcome that? Let it be here as best you can. And notice if it's coming from a place of wanting approval, control, security, separation, or oneness. It may come from all of them. Whatever it is, and whichever one it is, could you welcome it? Could you let it be here as best you can? And in this moment, the best you can, could you let it go? Would you let it go? When? And can you just welcome that boundless freedom, that awareness, that abundance that's always there, always around you, wanting to reveal itself to you? Could you open yourself to that? Could you allow it to reveal itself to you? And just take a deep breath and sort of notice. I'm sure you'll find that that was very transformative and made you feel good. It made me feel great. And please, if you found any benefit from this, please share it with others. The important thing is that things that assist us and bring positivity in our life and gives us an opportunity to be of assistance to others, we should share. So I ask for you to leave a like and to share this if you found benefit. But that's what I wanted to share with you this week. I love if you're here now. I'll look in the comments to see who's around. All right, hey guys, I see we don't have a lot of questions right now, but that's okay because you're probably sitting back and really processing what just went down, because it'll make you feel good if you especially if you think you're in a situation where you're upset or something, or you're going through a certain emotional experience, or you're telling yourself something about the world. When you do this, you won't be able to just hold on to that. You're going to drop it, you're going to let go, and you're going to see things are just going to magically begin to work out for you. You don't have to toil for what you want. It's the way we've been taught and conditioned to do so. And that's really what I wanted to share with you today. So I want to thank you all for joining this live. I'll be back with you on Wednesday with another live to check in and see how you are progressing and feeling about the Sedona method this week. We will come back with another live this week, and I'll share some more of that with you. And guess what? It's not just the Sedona we'll be doing. We'll be sharing some other techniques, but I'm sharing stuff that I personally currently use that works. This is about the synergy of the mind, about about acceptance of self, and getting into a state of being able to allow and to actually experience what life is meant to experience beyond the suffering and the belief that we have to struggle in order to have a good life. The truth is, a good life is already right in front of you. It is you. You are the good life you look for. Just remember that. And I'm Talib. This is There's Only Now. Let me tell you, this has been a great experience for me. Our channel is growing. Before I get out of here, even say that, I want to let you know, thank you for everybody who's watching the video. The channel is growing. We're reaching, our message is getting out there. We are here to be of assistance, and we are here to share a beautiful message about you have what it takes inside of you to accomplish whatever it is you want to accomplish in this world, because it's already done. There is only now. And when when you can allow yourself to just open up to some of these things from internal, a lot of this is not about you trying to prove to anybody else about what the world is. This is really about your own internal happiness and getting to a place where you enjoy living your life and stop finding so many reasons to say why you can't enjoy it. And that's the ultimate goal here. So, once again, I'm Talib, your host. This is There's Only Now, where we're only here to remind you, and I'll see you next week. Oh, shoot. Wednesday. I tell you, man, I am really feeling this. I did the release with you guys. I always do my own release when I'm doing the release. It's almost impossible to do a Sedona release with someone else and not actually end up releasing on things. So I do apologize, because I'm feeling really fantastic and really fabulous and wonderful and just amazing. And it has nothing truly to do with the things I think are going on in my life right now. It has everything really to do with just how I feel about right now. So I want to thank you guys for sharing this moment with me, and I hope that I was able to share something with you that would bring you some joy, happiness, and ability to know that you're boundless and you are the freedom that you seek. And I'll see you on Wednesday.